Hey, guys. The attendance was 19,800. Was sold out. Gate was 11.3 million. Fight of the night, Royval versus Van. Performance of the night went to Rodriguez and Topuria. Who's got the first question?
To your left.
I thought you were retired.
I am now, in about an hour.
Well, congrats, and thanks for everything, Kevin.
Thank you, brother. What was your take on Ilia's performance, and do you think that he gives Islam a run for the money as pound for pound right now?
Yeah, it's interesting because, he did exactly what he said he's going to do. He is an absolute complete fighter. Stand-up is beautiful, ground, grappling, everything. This kid's a star.
From a punching power standpoint, he knocks out Volkanovski, Holloway, and Oliveira, 3 amazing fighters in a row. Is he the hardest hitter pound for pound that the UFC has ever had?
He's on a great 3-fight win streak for sure. All legends that he knocked out. I don't know. I don't know where he sits pound for pound punching power, but moving up a weight class like that and doing what you say you're going to do in the first round and the way he did it is very impressive.
From a standpoint, I had said the other day if he won this fight that he might turn into a star the caliber of a Ronda or a George St. Pierre or a Conor or somebody like that with the look he has, the way he talks, and then, of course, the way he fights. Given the way this ended tonight against a fighter like Oliveira, do you think that he has the ability to take it to that kind of level?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You obviously felt the energy in the building tonight. It was a big fight. And, again, to go in and say exactly what you're going to do and then do it in the way that he did it is impressive.
A couple other questions for me. Pantoja just seems like, he's, 35 years old, and he's getting better at this stage, and you rarely see fighters do that. What does that say to you when you see a guy that is 35 and this late into his career, and he still comes out fight after fight and is better?
Yeah, impressive. And again, he's another guy, ended up getting the finish. I think you just said it all yourself. Yeah, I agree with you.
And then just wanted to ask you about the fight between Joshua Van and Royval. That might have been in the top 10 fights in UFC history. I mean, that certainly was an amazing brawl. What was your take?
Yeah, I agree. And literally there were texts flying around from the truck and me and the matchmakers, and basically going in the beginning of the third round, they had already, broke into the top 10 all time for significant strikes. And I think they ended up at 3 all time and, crushed the record in their weight division, and they broke another record too. So the other thing, I'm gonna pay Royval his win money. He took that fight with the number 12 ranked guy on short notice and put on an absolute war. So those two are both going to do well tonight, and it's absolutely positively deserved.
And I know it's early, but how do you see a matchup between Pantoja and Van? I mean, you have Pantoja, the smart, wily veteran against this kid that's, also growing by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question. Obviously, it's the fight to make right now. It's, the reaction that it got from the fans tonight, and we'll just have to see how that plays out. I don't know.
Mr. Pantoja, congratulations.
Thank you, Dave.
What does it mean to you on a show like this? This might have been one of the best, cards in a long time with all those crazy knockouts. For you to perform the way you did, it seemed like in December you had a really big performance, and you took it to another level tonight. What was that feeling like?
That's amazing fighting in Las Vegas, that atmosphere, fighting here in T-Mobile. I think every fighter fight here think the same thing, that the Coliseo. I feel that's the new gladiator, the new generation of the gladiators. In here you have the best arena for that. T-Mobile Arena look the new Coliseo. The same goal, the same thing. The crowd is so good. Yesterday to the Waynes, that's full arena. That's like you have a fight here, and I think everybody want to. Performs like that tonight, Kai Kara-France is a very good fighter. I train a lot for him, I train a lot for every fight, I'm part of the America Top Team, best gym of the world. I have so good professional fighters there. And, I do my best all the time. I go to the octagon, I do my best, I think right now I deserve a better position in the pound for pound too.
Yeah, I knew you were going to get to that.
Oh yeah.
Dan Lambert said the other day that there's nobody, you and Kayla Harrison are the only two that do every class, every drill, all the things that you're always the hardest worker in the room. Do you feel like, this was a long time coming, like this dominance that you have, right? You were in a crowded space when Brandon Moreno and Figueiredo were the champ before, but like, did you see this coming, this run that you're on?
I try to do my best. Like you say, I'm the one most training in the gym. We have 100 fighters in the America Top Team. And feel that I'm one of the more training in the gym with the best fighters of the world. That's amazing, Go to the gym. I have so much inspiration in the gym. I have Kayla Harrison. That's a huge inspiration for us. But in the same gym, I have Paulo Macedo, one of my training partners. He come to train with me, leave and go to work with a regular job, and back to the gym training again. How I can say I train very hard with him. How I cannot try to do my best to him too. That's for all the guys. That's it. I train very hard all the time. Try to be humble, try to be a good champ, try to good example for everybody, and especially in my gym. Everybody, when I go to the gym, people say, hey, champ. And doesn't matter for me. I don't want to be a superstar in my gym, I want to show to everybody the right way to be a champ, respectful, training to everybody, try to help your all training partners, show to my gym how to be a good guy to your coaches. These guys, my coaches, deserve so much appreciate, and some fighters don't give to coaches what he needs, because if you're good, if you win, you need to bring your coaches with you. You need to show it to the people on your side deserve a piece of that too.
Where does that combination rank among the combinations you threw? Because you hit him with those two punches, and I think Rogan said you were in the octagon. He was out after the right hand.
I want to understand your question.
Is that the best combination you've ever thrown, do you think, in competition?
I have better combinations.
You have?
Yeah, I have, but they have to stay inside the octagon with me a little bit more time.
Okay.
Maybe in the future you see them.
How long do you anticipate a run at lightweight? Like, do you feel like you'll try to make several defenses, or is the other guy that you don't like to talk about, is he in the picture in the short term?
I could be ready by the end of the year if they want me. If I get the call from the UFC and they want me to get back in the octagon by the end of the year, I will be ready.
When you were doing the grappling with Charles at one point over there in front of Dana, and he had your leg, were you in any danger? Was there anything that was close?
Not at all, and I was this close to get a very dominating position. He did a good scramble there. Then I saw in his face that he was hurt, and I decided to stand up.
And finally, for me, just to ask you, do you feel like you made a statement tonight in terms of who the best fighter in the world is? Pantoja was just in here, and he made a case for himself. Obviously, Makhachev is number one and has been looking very good. Do you feel like you made a statement tonight that you should be considered number one?
In the pound-for-pound ranking,
yes.
You mean? I don't care about that ranking.
You don't care?
No, I don't care. Wherever they want to put me.
Thank you. Congrats.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Ilia, there's some people saying that this three-fight stretch is the greatest three-fight stretch in history, not only the names that you beat, but the way you beat them all. Can you just talk about this run that you're on? I mean, can you put this into perspective, what you've done?
It's amazing. It's difficult to explain with a simple words. Like beat guys like Walk, Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira. Not many people in the world can say that.
Yeah. And what's amazing, too, is not the way you performed, but the fact that you called your shot, right? The whole time you said, I'm going to knock him out in the first round. Was anybody around you maybe saying, bro, calm down a little bit. We're moving up. This is Charles Oliveira. You don't have to say first round.
Everyone around me knew it that I would do it. Everyone knew it.
Very nice. I thought it was amazing too when you were walking in tonight. Like the first time the camera showed you, it seemed like there was just a smile on your face. I mean, here's this pressure-packed situation, and you just.
I just came to collect my belt. I already won it in the training sessions. I know how hard I work. I know what I'm able to do in the sparring sessions and the training sessions. I know how good I am. I know that no one can match my level of skills inside the octagon. And when I say this, maybe I sound a little bit cocky. You guys think that I'm crazy, but I used to prove it that I'm the best fighter in the world.
Last thing for me, obviously.